paying off your loan early can save you thousands in the long run. The person with a 4.77% interest rate would pay roughly around $657 per month, and that's $4,409 in interest. Whereas the person with the 19.39% interest rate would pay $915 a month and $19,927 in interest charges. That's about 4.5 times the amount as the person with the lower interest rate. So you can see now why it makes more sense than ever to pay off your car loan sooner so you don't end up paying more in interest. Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we discuss all things financial literacy. And today we're going to be discussing how you can pay your car loan off in half the time. So if you've got a car loan right now and you're tired of paying interest year after year, then stick around because I'm going to show you how you can save $5,000 or more on your car loan. And the best part is the strategy that I'm going to show you is so simple, anyone can do it. Stick around till the end of the video because I'm also going to give you some additional tips that you can use to save even more money. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. When most of us take out a car loan, we normally adhere to the payment schedule of the loan agreement, making the same monthly payment every single month until it's paid off, which sounds good, right? That sounds like what exactly you're supposed to do. And while yes, making your car payments is exactly what you should be doing, but what if I told you that the fastest way to pay off your car loan and save thousands is by making extra payments, but by doing it the right way? So we're going to come back to this and I'll share 5 strategies that can help you pay off your car loan faster no matter where you are financially. When you get a car loan, your monthly payments are split into 2 parts, the principal and the interest. The principal is the amount of money that you borrow. This is the amount that actually goes towards the car. And the interest is what you pay for borrowing the money. This is the cost that you pay to the bank. Now, if you've been following interest rates lately, then you know that they're still pretty high. For example, the average new car loan interest rate for someone with excellent credit, let's say 781 to 850, is around 4.77%, while the average interest rate for someone with subprime credit, 501 to let's say 600, would be around 19.39%. These are average rates at the time of recording this video. Now, to give you more context, if 2 individuals bought the exact same car for $35,000 with a 5-year term, the person with a 4.77% interest rate would pay roughly around $657 per month, and that's $4,409 in interest. Whereas the person with the 19.39% interest rate would pay $915 a month and $19,927 in interest charges. That's about 4.5 times the amount as the person with the lower interest rate. So you can see now why it makes more sense than ever to pay off your car loan sooner so you don't end up paying more in interest, and how paying off your loan early can save you thousands in the long run, especially if your interest rate is over 3%. But here's where most people go wrong. When most people make extra payments, they often just pay their monthly amount ahead of time rather than actually applying that extra money directly to the principal. So let me give you an example to explain why this matters. Now, let's say that your monthly car payment is $650 and you manage to save an extra $650 to put towards your car loan. Most people would just go online, hit make payment, and then pay the $650. But this is super important. What you should do is make sure the extra $650 goes directly towards the principal balance. When you make extra payments on the principal, you save on your interest over time. For instance, with simple interest loans, which make up the vast majority of car loans, interest is a percentage of the total principal that you owe. And as you reduce the principal amount owed, your accrued interest becomes less and less. By comparison, when you do extra payments and you apply them to the interest, you're not reducing the total amount of the loan that you owe, and it's costing you. Only by paying down the principal will you reduce your interest expense on this type of loan. However, there is less of a financial benefit to making principal-only payments with pre-computed interest loans, which are less common, but if you have one, you'll definitely want to verify that. You may also want to check your loan agreement to make sure that there are no prepayment penalties. Some loans do have that. Now, every payment that goes solely towards the principal builds equity in your car. As you build equity in your car, you get closer to owning it outright. It also reduces the risk of owing more than your car is worth, and that's also called being upside down on your loan. So let's run the numbers. Let's say you have a typical car loan, which is $40,000 at an 8% interest for a 72-month term. This means your monthly payment will be $701.33 over the life of the loan. You're going to pay about $10,496 in total interest charges if you stick to your regular monthly payments. Now, if you take an extra, let's say $500, and you apply it directly to the principal, your monthly payment will increase to $1,201. With this method, you'll shorten your loan by 2 years and 10 months, and you'll save $5,115 in interest. And I'll show you exactly how I was able to calculate this and how you can do the exact same thing very easily. So currently right now we're on bankrate.com. There's actually an auto loan early payoff calculator. I'm going to link this in the description so you can calculate this yourself. Now, I already have the inputs set here that we just discussed. So if you had a loan for 72 months, $40,000 at 8%, you can see the current payment is exactly what we previously discussed, $701.33. Now, if you had an additional payment of $500, this calculator actually shows you how you would save $5,115. Your auto loan repayment is shortened by 2 years and 10 months. And you can play with this however you would like. If you wanted to change this to, let's say, 84 months for your long term, and then we're going to change the car to, let's say, $45,000. And let's say you did an extra, $600 at 8%. It's going to show that you'll save $7,591. And that's going to be saving you or shortening your auto repayment term by 3 years and 8 months. Now, going back to our first example, I want to show you the report so you can see what the breakdown is. So if you go to this exact same site, you go to view report, it's going to be the option right next to calculate, and then you scroll down. It's actually going to show right here all of your payments in the year. So in year one, total payments, $8,415.96, total interest, total payments. As you can see, the more payments that you make on the principal, the more your interest gets reduced. As long as you're doing that, you're always going to save money over the long term. So my recommendation is, if you want to calculate exactly to the date that your car can be paid off, even if you've already had some payments, I suggest that you go back to this calculator. You can type in the number of payments that are remaining on your loan term, the amount that's left on the vehicle, the principal amount, and then the additional monthly that you would like to pay, and then the interest rate. All right. Again, this will be linked in the description below. I do understand that not everyone has a ton of extra cash lying around. So if you're really tight on your budget, don't worry. I'm going to share 3 other methods that I recommend that can help you pay off your car loan even faster without having to stretch that budget much further. The first strategy that I'm going to recommend is that you consider refinancing your car loan to a lower interest rate. If you had challenged credit when you initially got your car, but now your credit score has improved, you more than likely can qualify for a lower interest rate. And by getting a new loan with the same term, like the same amount of time to repay, but with that lower rate, your required monthly payments will potentially drop. Then if you continue paying the same payment as you did before, you will pay off that car faster. All you have to do is just pay on the principal. You could also get a shorter loan term, which would increase your monthly payments, but it would decrease the overall interest cost that you would pay over time. Next, consider switching from monthly payments to bi-weekly payments. One way to pay off your car loan faster is by paying half your monthly car payments every 2 weeks. Now, this sounds like it doesn't make sense, but by the end of the year, you'll have made 26 payments, which is the equivalent of 13 months worth of payments. Because you're paying half of the balance, less interest will accrue. As a result, you could lower your loan costs and shorten your repayment terms. For example, if you have a $35,000 balance on your car loan at an 8% rate and 60 months left on your term, your monthly payment would be $710. In this situation, biweekly payments could shave 6 months off of your loan term and save you about $800 in interest. Another approach is rounding up your monthly payments by a certain amount, such as to the nearest $50 or $100. If your monthly car payment is $710, you can round it off to pay $750 or $800. Doing so could help you pay down your car balance faster and cut down your interest costs over the life of the loan. If we use our previous example, bumping your monthly payments from $710 to, let's say, $800 will save you close to $1,000 and reduce your term by about 8 months in the grand scheme of things. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know this was a lot of information, but trust me, these tips will help you pay off your car loan faster and save you a ton of money in the long run. If you found this information helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments which strategy you'll try first. And if you're dealing with credit card debt as well, make sure to check out my video on paying down credit card debt fast, and I'll show you how you can quickly do that. And you can see that it's going to be over here. I'm going to link that at the end. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and you guys have a wonderful day.